It doesn't concern me at all. There is a distinct difference of philosophy here. And our organization stands for the principle that we, the people, are sovereign in the United States of America. And by we, the people, I mean we, the people. I don't mean legislators. I don't mean legislatures. I mean, I have faith in the American people. And there's an undercurrent in what you're saying that indicates that you believe that maybe perhaps, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, maybe you don't have the same faith in the American people that I do. And I know there's a difference of opinion in America on that subject right now.
It is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to establish new government.
I am Mike Farris, co-founder of the Convention of States Project. People get confused between a constitutional convention and a convention of the states under Article 5, properly called a convention for the proposing amendments. The processes and the procedures and the scope are entirely different. A constitutional convention operates outside the structures of an existing government. When we had the original Constitutional Convention, it operated on the basis of the residual sovereignty of the states, not Article 13 of the Articles of Confederation. It was done lawfully, but it was done through the states' residual sovereignty. The Convention of States Project is quite different. It operates under the rules set out specifically in Article 5, which means you can't throw it wide open. You have to follow the procedures, the process, and the limitations set out in Article 5 in the Convention of the States. So the states must petition for the convention, and in that petitioning process, the states set the subject matter for the convention. At a constitutional convention, the subject matter is rewriting the government. At a convention of states, the subject matter is whatever it is that the states said we want to talk about.
The rules of the convention are ultimately under control of the convention. No matter what anybody else might tell you, they cannot be dictated in advance by state legislatures or by Congress or by anybody else. Conventions, including conventions of states, historically in America have power over their own rules. This has been specifically confirmed in a case written by former Supreme Court Justice Stevens in 1975. So ultimately, it's the convention, not us, that are going to prescribe the rules.
So Article 5 conventions are controlled under the Constitution. A constitutional convention is an uncontrolled process through the residual sovereignty of the states. We want to do a controlled Article 5 convention to take an out-of-control federal government and put it back under control.
The Convention of States is a meeting of sovereignties. The Convention of States model originally is international law. In international law, meetings of sovereignties, the sovereignties are essentially equal.
And our organization stands for the principle that we, the people, are sovereign in the United States of America. And by we, the people, I mean we, the people. I don't mean legislators. I don't mean legislatures. I mean, I have faith in the American people. And there's an undercurrent in what you're saying that indicates that you believe that maybe perhaps, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, maybe you don't have the same faith in the American people that I do. And I know there's a difference of opinion in America on that subject right now.
The 21st Amendment was ratified by conventions in the states rather than by state legislatures, although in some of the states that ratified, the legislatures were opposed to ratification. Utah, for example, the legislature opposed it, but their convention adopted it. So sometimes this does mean ratification happens in places where otherwise would not.
Does it concern you that Congress has exercised their privilege in doing this in the past and may bypass us again on these proposed constitutional amendments that you would like to see?
No, it doesn't concern me at all.
I forgot to tell you my solution to the Supreme Court. I set you up, I forgot to tell you. The solution is, the problem that we don't follow the Constitution is in the Supreme Court. You fix the Supreme Court this way. They love international law? Fine. Voice them on their own petard. The European Court of Human Rights has 46 judges. Every nation appoints its own judge. They sit in panels of 9. And if they need, they'll have the whole court review it in extraordinary cases. The court has an internal mechanism where they get a minority but a significant vote to say we're going to take the whole case. They review it on paper. They don't have physical hearings where they have 46 judges. But that's how the important stuff's done on paper anyway, that kind of a setting. So I say we raise the Supreme Court to 50.
Well,
my turn.
But that's
my
not
turn. I'm talking. And I'm not even talking again. And the states appoint the Supreme Court for an 8-year term. One, you get a judge, 8 years, and then they're gone. There's no lifetime tenure. You want judicial independence, so 8 years and no going back, you got judicial independence. If you don't like their decision, you don't like who they are, you get a new one. And what will happen is we'll no longer have every Supreme Court justice go to Yale and Harvard. Every justice on the Supreme Court today went to either undergraduate school or law school at Yale or Harvard. And so we need to have a different method so we have real checks and balances on the Supreme Court.
I certainly would not want a constitutional convention. I mean, whoa. Who knows what would come out of that?